So while a group is going through forming, storming, norming, and performing group dynamics strategies toward their best performance, group develops group structure, which is called group personality, and also group climate, which is in other words a team color. So we're going to learn what those are and some strategies. So group structure first, which is group personality, is largely depending on the interaction of each members, so group members. The most important characteristics in group personality, group structure, are group roles and then group norms. So first, group roles, informal roles, which are like coaches, team captains, or teachers, right? And in teacher roles are dictated by the nature and structure of the organization. Of course, it's formal roles, but also there are some informal roles like enforcers, mediators. We oftentimes see those in the classroom or on team, which evolve from the group's dynamic or interactions among group members. For formal roles, particularly, it's so important to have a clear role clarity and then role acceptance. Otherwise, that team cannot really successfully perform. When you are putting the person in a formal role, that person must have um, good motivation and ability to do that role, and enough time to do it. Do not just use their spare time for that role. Also, understanding of the team goal to achieve, and that person needs to be in the role in the right. You need to put right person in the right place. Otherwise, a team would not be successful. And so that's just something that you need to ensure who is in what place, and that person in the formal role have sufficient knowledge, ability, motivation, time, understanding of the team to achieve team goal. Another one is a group norm, which can be formally, informally developed by group members, and norms can be also modified by the group members' input. Okay, they can say, what we want to have this and that. Those group norms can be visible and invisible. Visible ones is more like the structure, like who is the leader in this team, who is the captain, and also visible norms can be your ritual behaviors, like how we do our warming up routines. That can be one, and invisible ones also that norm. When as a team, particularly in sports setting, aggressive behaviors, is it accepted, encouraged, or discouraged? What's the sports personship expectation norms on this team? So coach needs to really develop those clear norms with their members, particularly to be more successful and develop a strong group structure and team structure. Also, leader, like I said in the stated in the slide, leaders needs to really establish the positive group norms and standards, particularly where outcomes, productivity. Otherwise, everybody like, where are we heading? What are we getting? That becomes problem, and conflict could arise instantly. So group structure, group personality can be well developed and established through clear group roles amongst the members and group norms, visible, invisible. Group norms that you developed, you can bring those group norms and expectations to the team on the forming stage, like I said, so that you can put the group in the structure right away. But it can be modified, absolutely modified through the process. When you're modifying that group norms that you developed, pre-developed, pre-set, but you want to get your members' input to it and then change it, you need to have a really clear understanding of both sides. Like a people conflict, then why they're conflicting, clear understanding. or you brought your norms, and but your members bring their norms, and then have a common understanding why they are different, what are the conflicts between those two. That's the key thing that you need to go through. And also, when you really have multiple commonalities amongst the different norms and expectations, there are some novelties and explicitly stated conclusions after some sort of meetings to modify your group norm. That needs to be done to be more effective to in modifying your team norms. Dr. Mary Fry talks about creating caring climate briefly. That's the research topic that she and I have been doing with other colleagues, and also having players form a pact strategy to facilitate team norms and the team adherence toward that the norm behavior, like the expectations. So that she talks about it briefly there, practical examples, and I want to watch it in your time. Now, creating, facilitating, fostering effective team climate. How can we do that? There are multiple strategies that I want you to pay attention, particularly 6 of them. Here we go. Social support, of course, having that social support with good respect and mutual respect will absolutely enhance team climate, positive team climate, foster absolutely productive, high quality of team climate. And the social support has multiple directions. And the next slide, actually, Dr. Fairchild talked about perceived social support, the actual social support, and those functions. So I want to watch that video on the next slide as well. And another strategy to foster positive, effective team climate is proximity and helping people become closer. Not only physically, also through like living together, social outings and retreats. Those are the ones that you can put them together physically, but also spiritually, emotionally, personal connection. Like through those proximity activities, you can help them to get connected beyond the physical proximity, so that they can find the common values, common beliefs, and common goals or something like that. That's something that you can do activities so that you can develop a foster effective team climate. Distinctiveness is another one. Help them to feel unique and they're different. And how can we do that? You can do that visibly, which is like a uniform, organized ritual behaviors during warm-ups. I have seen a lot of teams doing that, and their ritual behaviors when they made their like goals or spikes in volleyball, and they do the ritual behaviors to feel unique and pump them up so that they can continue high performance. Those are the ones that are visible, and invisible one could be your team goals, team values, and team expectations. Invisible ones that put them together unique way. And in my high school, my coach did that great job with our track team. And then he did Mr. Kim. His last name is Kim too. And he put us very unique way visibly as a track team of our high school, which was a top high school with top track team. But he emphasized academic excellence along with athletic excellence. So all of our team members were 3.5 above academically excellent students, and that put us feel so unique and different. That's the something that he created amongst us, and so that we feel proud of who we are as a students and athletes. Also, as a leader, fairness is the key to create effective team climate along with task interdependence, and help them to have a clear roles and depending on each other toward the team goals and team success. And then lastly, I want to tap on similarity. Similarity, greater similarity is a closer climate, more effective team climate. How do we emphasize the similarity amongst a group of people with all different personalities and different looks and different gender, and all people come together, right, with the differences. One of the way to really enhance the similarity is becoming focusing on invisible similarities such as goals and values. So everybody with the difference, they come and they see the common goals, common values, common expectations, and they are gathered toward that. Similarity built right there. Then they don't have to worry about their gender, sexual orientations. They don't have to worry about too much about their race. That's the way to go. All these strategies. I want you to really watch this movie, Remember the Titans, by actor Denzel Washington. Is it Denzel Washington? And Remember the Titans has really strategies related to all of this to create and foster effective team climate. And this slide, Dr. Fetcher, like I said, talks about the social support, the actual ones and the perceived ones, and I want you to watch in your time for more specific. Now, we finished theory and group structure, personality, and how to foster effective team climate. Now I'm going to talk about briefly how to measure team climate and then conclude with the practical implication. Measuring group connectedness. It's a cohesion topic a little bit, but I added it to this lecture. It's called the sociogram measurement. All right, and these measurements, you can really ask one simple question, like I put an example here. Who do you want to room with on a road trip? Something like that. Then they will name it, right? Then you can make a link based on their attractions and rejections. And then when you make this link, you can identify some sort of clicks. Few people are coming together completely disconnected from other members. That's something you can detect from this measurement. And you can also see group closeness. Who is most popular? Who is most isolated? Friendship choices and how they are attracted to one another, right? So if you're particularly leader of larger group like a baseball team, right, or track team is pretty large, you can kind of detect what's going on in group connectedness and structure. And when you have understanding of that group connectedness, then you can develop a better strategies. So based on this picture, who is most isolated here? Can you name it? Who is most popular? Can you name it? Who is most rejected? Can you name it? I want you to really practice that, okay? Another measurements to another way to measure, assess team climate is using some questions, okay? And these are the sample questions that you can ask to your teammates or your members, or you can use a motivational climate questionnaire that you learned some weeks ago. And then you can also use the caring climate in sports questionnaire, which I didn't cover here, but those are out there that my research team developed. So the caring climate question with the 13 questions asked about how the members cares about me and how coach cares about the members. And then that's a great questionnaire to detect the team climate as well. So practical implication overall, group dynamics and cohesion. Group goes through stages. I want you to know that. So if there are conflicts, that's a part of the process. It's a natural process that group formation, group is going through to form a team. So if you run into, as a leader, this storming stage with your members, don't get frustrated too much. Everybody, you've got to remember everybody come with great diversity in their personalities, in their expectations, all that. It's a matter of you're putting the structure there and roles and creating climate so that they can come together. Right? So practical implication first, understand where group stands. When member of people came to you, where does it stand? Try to understand it. Okay? Develop an effective group personality, which include rules and norms, and foster effective group climates and culture, which is identity, group colors, so that a group of people go through the formation process, sometimes along with the conflicting stage, which is a storming stage, but with your leadership skills and techniques, it could go into the norming stage and a performing stage, and implement more strategies to maintain your group members, your team members at performing stage or at least the norming stage. Strategies to do so. These are the strategies from cohesion topics. Leadership strategies, repeating what I have uh, talked through throughout the lecture. First, the effective communication and reinforcement. Explain individual roles in team success, importance of each individual's contributions, right? Develop a pride within entire team and the sub-units, and know the team climate, what's going on, social cliques and group connectiveness. Those are the key that you need to always have a good sense of your group members as a leader. Avoid excessive turnover. Half of team members cannot turn over like that quickly. Then you have to start all over again. So if you could control that, minimize, plan it ahead so that team turnovers and new members coming in can be not too extensive. Conduct regular team meetings so that you can stay connected. Not only you staying connected with the members, but amongst the members, they need to stay connected. And then get to know others, enhance personal disclosures, which develops not only physical proximity, but interpersonal, proximity based on their life stuff, like life experiences and their beliefs and their life aspirations and all those stuff. Group members are also important to develop a strong team cohesion. So group members' role here, get to know members of the group, help group members whenever possible, social support, right? Give group members a positive reinforcement or send those feedback is okay, but do not criticize them without base. That's the problem. Be responsible for your action, tasks, or your roles if you're given a formal roles, and give 100% effort at all times. Do not try to piggyback on somebody to get the credit. That's not good. Communicate honestly and openly with leaders as well as members. So we finished lecture on group dynamics and cohesion. So now I want you to watch this video, which is about 5 minutes only, and I want you to watch this video about 5 minutes to do your last lab activity 10. You will enjoy this video. Each time I watch it, I get all goosebumps around me. Alright, enjoy the video.